I think it's time for me to move on. I've got a great resume and I absolutely crush it in interviews, okay? Let's make this a clean break. Shift the paradigm. The only thing I ask is that you think outside the box here and do this. Take me to Goodwill, where I can really make a difference.
Your donations to Goodwill create new jobs, training programs, and education assistance for people in your community. To find your nearest donation center, go to goodwill.org. Donate stuff. Create jobs. A message from Goodwill and the Ad Council.
My Hometown is made possible by Herald Community Newspapers. For more local news, visit liherald.com. Got a story to tell? Call 516-569-4000.
WHBC. And now we return to My Hometown.
We're back on My Hometown. I'm your host, Bill Horan, along with Zach Turkel. And today our special guest is Frank Scalese. Frank is the general agent of Blue Ocean Wealth Solutions, a member of the MassMutual Financial Group. Zach, I think you had a question.
Yeah, so Frank, what is a typical day at Blue Ocean? So you mentioned earlier about the 3, 4, 5s and this and all that. So what else is going on at Blue Ocean?
So great question, Zach. So, from early in the morning, again, I think I mentioned this earlier, we just all wake up with a passion ultimately to change people's lives. That's actually our mission and our statement on a daily basis. But there's so many people now in the organization, like well over 200, that the cool thing is that not everybody is doing the same thing. There's a lot of different markets we serve. There's a lot of different types of clients that we serve in not only the Long Island community, but probably into the 5 boroughs as well. But everyone is just different and unique. So when I was mentioning Blue Ocean before, Zach, each advisor, what we try to do with them is we really try to Blue Ocean them individually on a daily basis with my team. I have a very large leadership team that is working and supporting the advisors to ultimately get out and to deal with our clients and our prospective clients to help change their lives on a daily basis.
Now, Frank, you mentioned changing people's lives. How does this change someone's life?
Bill, so, you're talking about financials and dealing with people's financial well-being. That's something that a lot of people are just not very well versed in. And to sit down with a financial professional like ourselves, where we're going to take the time to do what we would call a fact find and analyze your financial needs and put together a financial plan and to make recommendations to ultimately solve your problems where we could provide solutions, that's really what we're trying to do on a daily basis. Whether it's for individuals or business owners, we really serve both marketplaces.
And most of us, and I know from other shows we've done with, and Zach knows this well, we really have to admit we can't keep up with all the rules of credit, interest rates, what's happening in the market. Most of us are running around between our families, our children, our responsibilities, and I didn't even get into work yet, which is another 40, 50 hours a week. And then we're expected to be as good as someone like you who spends every day doing this with 150 professionals running around, keeping up with it. We can't. And we may be getting bounced around, ripped off, taken over by good institutions. They're not really doing anything wrong, but we just don't know better to make a change. So with that, I'm going to ask you, if someone didn't get in the first part of the show, if they want to get in touch with you or they say this is something, kind of give us, how do they make an appointment to come in, or do they talk to you over the phone to give you a feeling of where they fit in?
Sure. Thank you. So, again, they could first look at our website, so they could find out a lot more about the organization and the culture and the firm. We have a few videos on there that certainly would give them a true indication. The 3, 4, 5 is on there, so they could get a sense of that. So they could contact us at blueocean.us.com, or as I said earlier, they could contact me directly, FSCALESE at blueocean.us.com, or I'll even give my phone number at this time is 516-686-7070 is my direct line if anyone would like to speak. And Bill, I often speak publicly, and my mission is to change people's lives. And I don't mean just from a financial standpoint. I've helped college students put resumes together that have just graduated. I am trying on a daily basis to bring value to people's lives, to Blue Ocean themselves or their relationships, that they stand out and that they'll have a leg up on their competition and ultimately make a difference. So, Bill, not only from a financial services standpoint, but if anyone's looking or wants more information, feel free to contact me, and I'd be more than happy to help you.
Now, Frank, just for people who maybe didn't get the first part of the show, you mentioned 3, 4, 5. I think you told us before that's 3 expressions you have. One has 3 words, 4 words, 5 words.
Yes. And
to be quick about it, a lot of times you just use the numbers 3, 4, 5. So again, tell our audience what those 3, 4, 5 mean.
3, 4, 5 is our culture. We live, eat, and breathe it every day. 3 words, most universal words in any language. I love you. 4 words, I believe in you, and 5 words, I am proud of you. And this is what we'd say to our family members. So I decided years ago, well, we work with people, and they're like our family, so why shouldn't we have the same culture in the workplace?
No, beautiful and well put. I want people to know 3. I'm going to be going around with Zach 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, we're probably going to go 3, 4, 5. So, Frank, do you have any stories that you can share about changing someone's life?
Zach, I mean, we do it every day, every day. But ultimately, it's not about me. There's no I in team. It's about we. It's about us. So when you ask me that, my mind just goes to that over the years since 2005, I put together one strong leadership team. And those people work together to change people's lives. Now, ultimately, it's our advisors, and then we move on to that. Our end result is our clients. We want to do the best thing by our clients. So there's lots of stories, but Zach, honestly, I don't ever talk about myself. There would be no Frank Scalese without my team, and we work together.
I really like that. I really do.
Yeah, no, the undercurrent that I'm getting from you is that this is a great place to work and a lot of good people there. Now, Frank, many years ago, someone said something to me. They called me up and said something, I'm in wealth management. And I said, boy, do you have the wrong phone number. Are we talking about just what we would categorize as the rich people? And when in life should someone come to you and can use your services better and you can help them?
Bill, great question, and absolutely not. We are here to serve every single person, no matter how much money you make. It's not just for the wealthy and the affluent. One of the things we pride ourselves in is going after the markets that, quite honestly, so Zach, this is a little bit of a blue ocean, because there are a lot of financial advisors that only choose to prospect and go after people that have money or perceived money. Well, we really make a point of going after marketplaces that most advisors just don't call or won't call upon. And we know that they have needs just like everyone has needs. Now, they might not be able to afford as much as someone that has more money can afford, but they have needs just like everyone else. And I hate to hear the stories when someone passes away or gets sick or disabled, and at work they're passing around a pot so people could put money together so that family can have some dignity to bury a loved one. I mean, why should that happen? So we're there to make sure, no matter how little or how much income someone makes, that we're going to be there to help change their lives.
Beautiful way to look at the world, and hopefully, and I'm sure you do a lot of it as I'm talking to you, and know that you have all those 150 people out there working.
Yeah.
Zach?
So, Frank, this question really stands out to me, especially since I'm a college student right now and very young right now. When should people start planning their financial future?
Zach, honestly, when you're in college.
I better get started then.
You better get started, because you're never too young. Mm-hmm. And it's really the power of time, Zach. See, most young people look at it like, I have nothing but time. You have lots of time and loads of time. I don't have to worry about retirement. I don't have to worry about buying life insurance right now or disability insurance. And that couldn't be any further from the truth. You see, the power of time, when you start to invest a little bit of money over a long period of time, turns into a lot of money. I just saw an article in Newsday the other day that talked about there are more millionaires now in the United States of America than there have ever been before. And it's not because they've created something or had instantaneous success. It's because of exactly what I said, Zach. You could put money into a 401k, a 403b, and just nestle it away. And a lot of companies match that contribution, And over a 20 or 30 year period, you could easily accumulate $1 million into that retirement program. And Bill, that's the kind of advice that we give. It might not necessarily be that it's our product or service that we have to provide to you. It might be an analysis to see, hey, Bill, you have the opportunity to contribute to your 401k or 403b, which is a qualified retirement plan through your workplace, whether it's a for-profit or not-for-profit. And I realize when I sit down with you that you're not doing it. And by not doing that, your company may match your contribution. Therefore, you're missing out on a double opportunity to save money. So it could be something, Zach, as simple as that.
Wow. You know what's great about that, Zach, because what I'm hearing, I associate with just like turning the lights on. Sometimes it's so obvious, like, of course I know that. Yeah, but until you tell me to do it. And now it's coming from, like the doctor saying, drink more milk or don't eat this food or take this medicine. We need that advice. What's the most common question you get from people?
The most common question ultimately is, am I doing the right things? Am I in the place that I need to be? That's the most common question. And then what it really does is opens the door for further conversation, then setting up a meeting, a one-on-one meeting, where we'll sit down and, like I said earlier, we will analyze their current financial situation, see where they're at, see if there's any gaps in where they want to be. So everyone has goals, right? So maybe they don't write them down, but in that meeting, we'll get them to kind of verbalize and write the goals down. And then we'll look at where they're at. And ultimately, the problem that tends to, show itself is that most people have a gap. They'd like to be up here, but they're somewhere down here, and we're there to help fill in the gap.
Frank, before we wrap up, give us that website once again.
It's blueocean.us.com.
blueocean.us.com. If you're tired of being on the other side and you want to be that person with wealth to be managed, give Frank a call. Frank, we want to thank you for being our guest today. And as we said before, our special guest was Frank Scalese, General Agent of Blue Ocean Wealth Solutions. You can contact him. He told you once again the address, email, blueocean.us.com. Easy enough. I'm Bill Horan with Zach Turkel. Thanks for listening to My Hometown.